Test, test, test. Okay, one thing goes. So remember, it's going to be landfall coverage on Hurricane Melissa that is currently at 986 pressure drop. Thank guys. Welcome in. Sure, I'll write our mega real quick. If we go to Hurricane Tracker, look at the Hurricane Hunters. We can see they actually measured a 992 in here in an area in the eye of Hurricane Melissa. For to load for a second. See right here where they measured a 892 millibar pressure drop. This is one of the strongest hurricanes currently from the latest NHC advisory. It is the 5th strongest hurricane in the Atlantic with the lowest pressure drop. And the 5th lowest pressure drop ever in Atlantic history. I also pulled up a storm tracer real quick. This is Tornado Pagey. Can't show for too long or else I may get copyrighted. You can see the storm. Hurricane Melissa starting to roll into Jamaica. The eye is only about 40 miles off the coast right now. Welcome in everyone. Welcome in everybody. If you're just not joining, this is currently Hurricane Melissa that just did get upgraded to a 996 millibar pressure drop. It is also 180 mile per hour sustained wind now. It doesn't show on radar yet, it's not updated. And it's about 40 miles, or a little bit less than 40 miles. It's about 20 miles off the coast from making landfall in Jamaica. Make sure if you guys are in Jamaica, you are prepared now. I know the south side of Jamaica is already having power outages, but I know some of Jamaica still is able to view the stream and has some power. Welcome in. Also guys, sorry for the lag. I'm not my PC, so stream is a little bit laggy. I can also show you guys Melissa in 3D right now. This is what Melissa currently looks like in 3D. Let's have a very strong eye still. If we go to visible, for it to load a second. So you see this very clear eye with Hurricane Melissa. Like I said, only about 20 miles off the coast from making landfall in Jamaica right now. I am on Radar Mega. Welcome in everyone. If you're just not joining, this is Hurricane Melissa that is currently a Category 5 with 180 mile per hour sustained wind, a 896 millibar pressure drop. It is the 5th lowest pressure drop ever in Atlantic history. It also just beat its own record again with a -2 Celsius, driest eye ever. This is about to cause catastrophic damage to Jamaica. It's only about 20 miles offshore. Oh, how do I get 3D? I don't know. I just clicked 3D up here. It just shows 3D up on my screen. It's I have alpha though, that's why. Here guys, this is what Hurricane Melissa is looking like this is Hurricane Melissa in 3D right now. Welcome everyone. Again, if you guys know anyone in Jamaica or you are in Cuba, any of these areas, please make sure you are prepared to take cover now. As Jamaica is going to be getting impacted as late as tonight in Jamaica. It's only about 20 miles offshore from getting the eye of this storm. It's already getting some hurricane force winds across Jamaica. You can see right here, this is a storm surge stream. This is Bryce Shelton. Can't show for too long or else I may get copyrighted. We're starting to see this heavy rain and this hurricane force winds. I can also pull up their YouTube streams. There is a stream running showing cameras in Jamaica right now. Welcome everyone. Just during this currently, let me zoom out so you can see that. This is Hurricane Melissa. Is only about 20 miles offshore. It's about to cause catastrophic damage to Jamaica. The latest pressure drop is 896, so it's the 5th lowest pressure drop ever recorded in the Atlantic. It is also one of the strongest storms ever recorded. It is at 180 mile per hour sustained winds and about 220 mile per hour wind gusts, possibly. It is also only about 10 mile per hour from reaching the strongest hurricane ever in the Atlantic. And one second, guys, I'm trying to pull up a camera and show on stream. And welcome everyone. Here, I'll show you this. This is a bridge in Jamaica that's apparently been here for like 2 years. That is completely underwater right now. This is a river in Jamaica. You see this bridge was completely fine just about 10 hours ago. And now this is what it looks like now. It's completely engulfed in water. You cannot see the bridge at all anymore. This is a 200-year-old bridge. It likely will be destroyed by this flooding in Jamaica and by these strong winds that's about to impact Jamaica. Once this make landfall. This is, I don't think it's the first hit somewhere in 20 years, but it's the first Category 5 ever to hit Jamaica. It's the strongest storm ever to impact Jamaica. Hopefully everybody in Jamaica is prepared, praise for them all, but this is definitely think it's going to be a catastrophic event for Jamaica. The latest drops from recon, which are basically, they drive into the eye of the hurricane and measure stuff inside the hurricane. They measured 896 pressure drop, which is the lowest pressure drop ever in the Atlantic on record. It also has the driest eye ever recorded in the Atlantic. Yeah, praise for them all. It's also one of the strongest storms ever. It's only 10 miles. It's only about 10 miles per hour off from being as strong as Wilma. At one point in the eye, they actually measured in the southeast of the part of the eye. They actually measured 892 millibar. Yeah, that cold front in Daytona area is which is pulling the storm north. Is because of that cold front in Daytona. So without that cold front, it would just be wandering off in the sea most likely. It's currently moving at around 7 miles per hour, or 8 miles per hour, sorry. Welcome everyone. Again, if you guys know anyone in Jamaica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, make sure they are prepared. If they're in Cuba or Jamaica, make sure they are taking cover immediately. This storm eye is only about 20 miles offshore from Jamaica right now. Here is one view from a storm surge. This is Bryce Shelton. Can't show for too long or else I may get copyrighted. We see his hurricane force winds rolling him. He's about 30 miles. He's about 35 miles offshore from this eye of this hurricane. Also show you guys another. Yeah, she shifted a little bit west, which is going to cause more major impacts to the west side of the island. What's that, guys? Welcome everyone. Yeah, prayers to Jamaica. Hopefully they are all prepared and in their safe place, taking cover from this hurricane. Welcome in. So I'm going to show you guys, this is one camera footage in Jamaica. This is cameras in Jamaica currently before they go out. This possibly go out from power outage in a little bit. But here is the cameras in Jamaica. Welcome in, everyone. Again, this is the cameras in Jamaica. You can see this bridge right here. This used to be a bridge, but it was a river, right under a river, right above a river, sorry. That is completely underwater now from flooding. We're also seeing this hurricane force wind start to dive into Jamaica, as it is only about 30 miles offshore currently. About 28 miles offshore from hitting Jamaica right now. Gonna be a catastrophic event. So if you are in Jamaica or know anyone in Jamaica, make sure you are taking cover now in Jamaica. I'll also show you this hurricane in 3D. Okay, sorry, it may be a little bit laggy. I'm not on my PC right now, so it is quite laggy. Give me 1 second, guys. Also, if you look at to the bottom right of your screen, you can see the latest advisory info, 178. That's a little bit wrong. It's a little bit off. The code is a little bit off. But it does have a 896 pressure on the latest advisory. It is moving 8 miles per hour northeast right now. So it's not too far from Jamaica. Likely will be there in the next 30 to 40 minutes, most likely. What part will be hit the hardest? Most likely where the eye is. So Montego Bay, possibly if he's heading in this general direction. Mansville. Montego Bay, Savannah Lamar. Mansville. Alligator Pond. Albertown. They're most likely to hit the hardest from this eye of this storm. Look at that, I apologize for the lag. I am on a older MacBook, not my PC, so it is quite laggy. It's almost on land. This eye of this hurricane measured 996 from pressure drop. It also had a 992 at one point from one recon scan on the southeast quadrant of the storm. Welcome in. So if you guys know anyone in Jamaica or Cuba, make sure they are taking cover now and are not near the coast before this storm actually makes landfall. There is already hurricane force winds across much of the island, and the south part of the island already is having power outages. I don't know how much longer cameras will be up. Treasure Beach, let me check. Treasure Beach, Jamaica. It's possible Treasure Beach gets the eye also. If you are near Treasure Beach, you might want to start, if you're able to, head up north, because this definitely is going to cause about 13 feet of storm surge, possibly, above ground level. So if you are near the coast, I would definitely, if you're able to, try to head north. Even the storm chasers, one storm chaser, Bryce Shelton right here, he had to head more inland because of the strong storm surge. Montego Bay is on the west side of the eye, possibly, but it may still get it's going to be right outside the eye wall. So it still get major impacts. Basically, the whole island is going to get major impacts, though. Besides, the east side might get a little bit less of these major impacts because the eye is farther west, but it will still get hurricane force winds. It's not as strong. Welcome everyone. Should you guys like the stream up? Welcome in. And yeah, this is if you are in Jamaica or no in Jamaica or Cuba, make sure they are in their safe place now. This is about 24 miles offshore from Jamaica, very close to making landfall officially in Port Antonio. Yeah, Port Antonio is definitely going to get the impact. You're about 80 miles from the eye. Once it makes landfall, it will be around here. So you wouldn't be too far from the eye. You'd have to get these hurricane force winds. It's possible you lose power and get a lot of flooding also. But honestly, Port Antonio probably would be one of the best places to be right now if you're in a sturdy building, because you're not by where the storm is coming in, so you won't get as much storm surge. It's still intensifying right now. It's still intensifying, I'm pretty sure. It's been intensifying until the last second it gets on the island. Welcome everyone. This is in Jamaica. You're helping your friend evacuate. Is your friend in Port Antonio right now? Thank you for the rose. This is in Jamaica right now. This is about 26 miles offshore from making landfall in Jamaica. Actually, maybe a little bit less. It's about 24 miles offshore from making landfall in Jamaica. Some areas in far south Jamaica may already getting some of the eye wall. See if I can pull up a camera. Yeah, sitting left for all of them. Pray for all of them. Prayers for all of them. In Jamaica. Welcome everyone. Here, I'm gonna show you guys cameras again. I have no idea why people are still out here walking and driving. The hurricane's about 30 minutes from making landfall in here. You definitely should not be doing that. Welcome to Safe to Follow there, buddy. Yeah, there isn't really anywhere else to go except for I would say personally the east side, northeast side of the island, the far northeast would probably be the safest area right now because it is away from the main storm surge. It also will not get hit by the eye. The west side of the island is probably the worst area you could possibly be in right now because of this eye would go directly over you. What area? New York is fine. The live cam, if you look up See Jamaica on YouTube, they are streaming live camera footage in there before the power likely goes out soon. Oh, Port Antonio, the northeast. That's just normal rain. That has nothing to do with this in Georgia. Let's look up Bryce Shelton's view real quick. I can't show it for too long or else I may get copyright banned. It's sitting around 20 miles offshore. It looks like he's starting to have internet issues. I don't know how long we will be able to look at camera footage before the storm actually makes landfall. So I being so strong the eye wall, it likely will shut off a bunch of power. Oh, the eye size. The eye size. This is a little bit of a view from Manchester, Manchester, Jamaica. The eye size is about 17, 18 miles wide still. The eye is. And it looks like it's still possibly intensifying. It is currently sitting at 180 mile per hour sustained wind, 896 millibar pressure drop, and about 200 plus mile per hour max winds. Does not show on radar map yet, it's glitched. We can look at the visible satellite also, where the eye is. It's very close to shore. It's just offshore. But still about 26 miles offshore currently. Yeah, 896. It's the 5th smallest pressure drop ever in the Atlantic record. The the Air Recon, the Hurricane 100, they actually measured 892, 892 and 893, something like that, on the southeast quadrant of the eye. So the southeast is looking like the even stronger part of the eye. It measured 892 pressure drop, which would be the third smallest pressure drop ever in Atlantic history. You're not gonna get hit by the eye if you're in Port Antonio, Jay. Yeah, there's thousands of birds stuck in the eye also, because they got sucked up into the hurricane from the water or land that the hurricane went by, and they can't get out because if they get out, they're just gonna get destroyed by the wind. So they're just sitting there in the eye, but the eye is the calmest part of the storm. But the eye, right outside the eye, what we're worried about is the eye wall, which is where we have the strongest winds. Eye's about 20 miles offshore, looks like. Yeah, definitely. Prayers for people in the path of the storm at all, but everyone in the path on Jamaica is going to get impact from this. Just the people that are getting hit by the eye are going to get the worst impacts. Welcome, everyone. The eye wall winds are where they measure the most winds. So the eye wall winds are about 180 miles per hour sustained wind, that's 180 miles wind that lasted for at least 2 minutes minimum, and then 200 mile per hour gusts, max wind gusts. I'm pretty sure they actually measured at 240 at one point, so it's extremely strong winds inside the eye. The eye is where the eye wall in the eye. The eye is the coldest part and where the lowest pressure drop is, and the eye wall right outside the eye is where the strongest winds are. It's not gonna be that bad. Just a thunderstorm. I don't think you understand. This is as strong as almost a EF4, EF5 tornado around an entire island. I would say that's pretty bad. Weather storms compare this one. Nothing really. This has a lower pressure drop than this has a lower pressure drop than Katrina. This is this one part in the southeast of the eye had a pressure drop that was the third smallest ever in Atlantic history. It has the driest eye ever in in all of records for hurricanes. Yeah, the 200 if it has the max wind gusts are around 220 240 mile per hour max wind gusts. That is stronger than a EF5 tornado by the eye wall. That's literally what if it speeds up? What if it speeds up the eye wall? This is strong. This is stronger than Rita. If you guys know who that is, bruh, that storm that is. Yeah, definitely not just a thunderstorm. I mean, it started as just a thunderstorm, but then it intensified into a record-breaking hurricane. Yeah, it's also still rapidly intensifying, so it actually could get a little bit stronger right before landfall. It's been intensifying to the moment it makes landfall. It was a 906 millibar pressure drop at around 2 a.m. or around 1 a.m. sorry, and now it is 896. So it's been intensifying over the past couple hours. It will likely stay over. It will likely go over Jamaica for a few hours. Yeah, this is literally the wind gust on the max wind gust on this storm are stronger than an EF5 tornado, basically. And even then, just a sustained wind, which is 180 mile per hour wind for 2 minutes straight, that is an EF4 level tornado, basically. Yeah, you're starting to get that hurricane force wind. Bro, why are people are literally still walking outside right now. In Jamaica. People are literally sitting outside and walking on the sidewalk. Like there isn't a literal hurricane coming. If you look over there, still people walking over here. There's literally people walking over here while it's literally a major hurricane. That is just extremely stupid. How far is it now? Yeah, people were sitting right beside the river that's flooded up to about. Let me check. Let's measure how far away the eye is exactly. About 18 miles offshore currently. Yeah, there's people sitting. There's camera footage of people just sitting beside that bridge that's completely flooded. Yeah, people are literally just sitting out here. In Trelawney, Jamaica. Your family is in Trelawney, Jamaica. Are they in? Are they in a cover? Yeah, pray for Jamaica. Or is your family like preparing, taking cover? Because they might be in the path of the eye. Davis Cove. Whatever. Though, are they taking cover though? Do you know? Or do they still have? Yeah, that's good, Jay. Be careful. Davis Cove. They're not in the path of the eye, but they're very close to it. They definitely will get. They won't get this as bad storm surge, but they definitely will get major impacts. Okay, good. And if they're taking care of, that's good. Yeah, because this is a very intense hurricane. No problem. Okay, also guys, I apologize for the little bit of lag. I am not on my normal setup. I'm on my PC, so it's a little bit laggy. Is it Bombo Skull in the eye? Or Bosco? Bosco Bell? Took that a minute. Portland is fine, I think. I'll take that in just a minute. It is possible you get some of the eye, you are in the cone of uncertainty, which basically this entire cone is where the eye could possibly track. The latest recon data, they measured a 8 right here in the southeast quadrant. They measured a 892 millibar pressure drop, but they averaged on 896, so they made it just 896 for the NHC. Yeah, they were able to. Yeah, they measured at first in the southeast quadrant. They measured a pressure drop that is the third lowest ever in Atlantic record for a hurricane. I have no idea how soon rescue crews will enter. Crews will enter. Hopefully, they will enter right after it passes, but I don't know. Is she in Kingston? I think they are definitely. Try and check real quick. Here, this is a different plane. This is a NOAA plane. They just went in again. They got 892 again. Right here in the middle, about in the middle of the eye, is getting 892 pressure drop. Hey, Tanya. It is, doesn't look like it's going to do much. It's not going to drop much tornadoes at this point. It doesn't look like that. But look, this is a, inside the eye, in the middle of the eye, they are measuring 892 millibar pressure drop. That is the third smallest pressure drop ever recorded in history in the Atlantic. Yeah, they got there pretty fast. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Montego Bay, it's possibly good at eye, but currently it is heading northeast, so it looks, as of now, it looks like it may avoid you, but you still may get the eye wall a little bit. So I would definitely be in your safe place, taking shelter right now in Montego Bay. The weather storms that were in the history book, I'm pretty sure. Well, let me double check. Give me a minute. This is a 180-mile-per-hour sustained wind. At one point, I'm pretty sure they actually measured, they got peak winds of 240 miles per hour at one point. 1 second, guys. Yeah, Wilma and there's one other one that was stronger. It was Labor Day. There's something another hurricane named Labor Day, which it's now tied with. It's now kind of like Conforto, kind of. Port Antonio, you guys, I would still just stay in your safe place. Stay in shelter. The eye is about to go on land. It's going to be impact. It's going to be overland for a few hours. Yeah, it was Labor Day and Wilma are the highest ones, and this storm just now, the newest data, just tied it with Labor Day. So it's now technically it's tied with for second lowest Atlantic pressure drop ever. I don't know what she made landfall. I can look it up real quick. No, it made landfall at 82 pressure drop. Apparently, like Google says. Yeah, praise for them all. It's getting windier. We're starting to get these hurricane force winds heading towards you. It's heading northeast, so you're gonna get stronger winds throughout it goes through the island. If it's going northeast, you're gonna get stronger winds throughout this. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so this is now technically tied for the second smallest pressure drop ever in record in the Atlantic. It also has the driest record. It also has the driest eye ever. Sorry, by around -3 Celsius. The driest eye ever recorded ever with any hurricane. Pressure drop. So basically, hurricanes are just big low pressure systems, and there's a big low pressure system in the middle. And when you go into the eye, that's where the pressure drop. The pressure drop when you go into the eye, there is a 892, sorry, pressure system right now, low pressure system. So it's just a very, very strong low pressure system. You get it with super strong hurricanes. Same with Hurt Me. Water hurricanes keep on getting bigger. This one is so big because we have had no hurricanes touch the Gulf at all for this entire year, which left the Gulf with 90-degree heat. The sea surface temperature is 90 degrees. So it's sitting on 90-degree water. So it has perfect fuel for it to rapidly intensify. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for the 10 heartbeats. I mean the 1 heartbeat and the 10 go populars. It is supposed to make landfall anytime now. It's very close to making landfall right now. It's about 13 miles off the coast from making landfall in Jamaica. Tap the likes up, guys, so it can be pushed out to more people. How fast it's moving? It's moving northeast at 8 miles per hour currently. Which is why I said this is why the cone is so big, because it's heading northeast, so it's likely to go up here and make landfall, and then out. But it's possible it goes anywhere from here to here, make landfall. Anywhere across this cone, is where the eye would be. Thank you for all the gifts in the fall, everybody, and the likes. Oh, it decreased. Wilma decreased to 150. No, then Melissa is stronger at landfall. Yeah, praying for Jamaica. Prayers for Jamaica. Be a catastrophic hurricane. After this hurricane passes through Jamaica, it's gonna be very catastrophic damage. Thanks, Pitbull. This is in Manville, Manchester. I can't show it for too long. This is from Bryce Shelton. If I show it for too long, I may type right in. Yeah, it definitely will. It's 100% gonna be retired after this. No doubt about it. Basically, guys, this environment, we've just been waiting all year for this possibly to happen. The Caribbean had a lot of sheer and dry air. No, it's not going to go to Florida. It's going to go out to sea. A cold front from Florida is dragging it out to sea. But basically, we have 90-degree Fahrenheit waters that are super deep in the Caribbean. They go down super deep, so it's not pulling up any cold air. It's only pulling 90-degree water to intensify. Yeah, it's 90, 95, something like that. I actually pull it up real quick. If trouble tidbits will load. A lot of the sites have been messing up because everybody is looking at satellite imagery, so a lot of sites have been messing up. So look at, one second, I'm trying to look at the sea surface temperatures. I'm trying to look up what the water temps were. It's about 90, 95 sea surface temperatures. And the thing is with the Caribbean, you see surface temperatures, the super warm water goes super down deep. It goes deep into the water. 57-mile-per-hour wind in Kingston, Port Antonio right now. Yeah, you can see this part is called the CDO. I'm pretty sure what it's called. Is where it is getting closer to Antonio. It's where the strongest winds are. It's where some of the strongest winds are. Welcome in. Again, if you're just now joining, guys, this is Hurricane Melissa. It is about 10 miles offshore from making landfall in Jamaica. It was measured 180 mile per hour, or maybe even higher now. Sustained winds and 200. It actually got 240 mile per hour wind gusts at one point. It's going to be a catastrophic hurricane. Prayers for Jamaica. Make sure you guys like the stream up so we can get pushed out to more people. See if they got any more new data. .97. This is the strongest right here. This is where the strongest pressure drop. It's 892.5. Yes, it's absolutely insane. Yes. For someone yelling on the street, it's now hitting. Hold on. I'm trying to see what the highest wind speed they recorded was on this ship. It's about 180 on that. That one doesn't get as high wind. That one's usually for measuring the pressure drop. In Port Antonio, yeah, you can see this blackish white area. That's where the super cold cloud tops are in Port Antonio. Sorry. The eye wall is starting to move into inland. Still not exactly. The eye is not on the inland. It's about 11 miles off still. But you can see this red part is that is the eye wall. So the eye wall is starting to move inland. Okay, guys. If you are not in your safe cover already in Jamaica or Cuba, take cover now. There's gonna be a catastrophic event. If you are not in cover, I'll let you read to you guys what the NHC is saying. Time of landfall is going to be any time now. I can't say exactly when, but it's going to be within the next 20-30 minutes most likely. Here we can read. I can read you guys what the NHC says real quick. The NHC does not mess around with their wording, and this is what they said for Jamaica. They said, Jamaica, remain sheltered. Catastrophic flash flooding, landslides, and destructive winds will continue through today, cause widespread infrastructural damage, power and communication outages, and isolate communities. Total structural failure is possible near the path of Melissa Center, which is the eye, along the southern coast. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected throughout the day. Failure to act may result in serious injury or loss of life. The NHC does not throw those words around lightly. No, it's hitting now. Yes, it's hitting now, but they don't count it as official. It's already making impacts to Jamaica. Yeah, most structures cannot. Praying for Jamaica. Most structures cannot withstand this. Yeah, most likely. but it's already causing impacts to Jamaica, but it doesn't count as a landfall until this actual eye is on land. Is when it actually counts as a landfall. So it's already hitting Jamaica and causing impacts, but it's not counted as a actual landfall until the eye of the hurricane, which is this little clear spot right here, until that is on land. Then it's not counted until then. Once the whole eye is on land, it is counted as a landfalling hurricane. Yeah, good. Keep hunkering down. It'll be a pretty long event. The storm is moving so slowly. It's only moving at around 8 miles per hour right now, which is extremely slowly. I'll show you some more cameras in Jamaica again. If you guys look in the top right of your screen, yeah, the eye compared to the island is insane. It's almost 17-mile wide eye. If you guys look to the top right of your screen right here, that is where there used to be a bridge. There was a 200-year-old bridge right there that got overtaken by a river that flooded. They're starting to have a little bit of connection issues now with the cameras. I don't know how much longer it's going to be able to show the cameras before the power goes out, because I'm expecting the power to go out with this storm, considering how powerful it is. We may still be able to view Bryce Shelton for a little bit longer, but I don't know how much longer we'll be able to view him either. He has what's it called? He's one of the super good internet spirits connected to the satellite, but even that, with these super high cold cloud tops, that might not even be able to reach past these clouds and help him. You can see he's already starting to lag also. A lot of the southern parts of the island are already having power outages. It's bigger than the island. This hurricane is already bigger. It's bigger than the entire island. It's about 50 miles wide, bigger than the island basically. The line's about 100-something miles wide. This hurricane about 150 to 200 miles wide. This hurricane is actually bigger than the entire island. Where's the eye now? So about 17, 18 miles wide in the eye of this hurricane. It's very close to making landfall in Jamaica right now. Let's see. About 11, 12 miles offshore still. Moving extremely slowly. Let me see if I can pull up the Jamaica radar, if it's up still. You see all the cameras right now in Jamaica are starting to shake. Also, it's moving at around 8 miles per hour currently. See if I can pull up the Jamaica radar site. It's down because there's too many people trying to look at it. So many people trying to look at it right now. It is because it kind of got trapped between two ridges, so high pressure systems. They kind of trapped it right here in the Caribbean, so it's moving like around 2 miles per hour. But then a cold front is grabbing it right now from Florida, pulling it north and pulling it to sea. So it's moving so slow because it's kind of trapped between two ridges, and then a little cold front is slowly pulling it away. Would it make it get bigger? No, not really. Want to make it get bigger, but it looks like it's possibly still intensifying. It's been intensifying to the moment it makes landfall. It was at 906 millibars at 1 a.m. and now it's 10 a.m. and it is at 892 millibars now. Yeah. The trough kind of pushed it away from Florida, basically. It wasn't going to go there either way. It was trapped by ridges. But it would basically just die on the Caribbean most likely because it had nowhere to go. But the trough grabbed it, the cold front from Florida grabbed it and is pulling it out. What is so low? Oh, the pressure drop. Yeah, it's the second. It's tied for the second lowest pressure drop ever in the Atlantic. Also, I sorry for the lag. I'm not on PC, so it is a little bit laggy. Some of the eye wall is starting to reach this red area. This some of the eye wall is starting to reach Jamaica now. Why they're all to see this here? It's because we had a very good steering pattern in the Atlantic. We had a trough down here, a ridge, sorry, in the Bermuda Ridge, and then we had a ridge in the U.S. a lot, and cold fronts kept on coming off. Every time there's a hurricane, they got pushed out by cold fronts, which is still going to happen with this storm, but it's not going to. It's going to push it into islands instead of away. I think it's possible a few tornadoes develop, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I don't think I'm able to even view the tornado warnings. Welcome, everyone. So any of the bands hit Florida. No, the only thing I'll do to Florida is cause storm currents in Florida. But so just don't get in the water in Florida. It's too far from Florida to actually cause any of the outer bands. It's about 9 miles offshore now, guys. It's very close to making landfall. Moving extremely slowly. Well, this is even the main reason. If you guys are on the coast is expected to get 9 to 13 feet above ground level of storm surge. So if you are on the coast, your house might be like completely flooded. So hopefully everybody went up north and did the evacuation order. And it went up north. But the coast, yeah, the eye is basically half the size of the island. Welcome everyone. The eye's about 70 miles wide and the island's about 100 some miles wide. How far, and then will it flood? The whole country's gonna flood, basically. This hurricane is the size of the entire island of Jamaica. It's bigger than Jamaica. Didn't what? The whole island's gonna basically have flooding issues. Mudslides, flooding. They have forecasts of 30 plus inches of rainfall. That doesn't count the rainfall we've already had. They've also are saying 9 to 13 feet of storm surge on the southern side of the island. And also 200 plus mile per hour max wind gusts. 180 mile per hour sustained wind. 892 millibar pressure drop. So it's tied for second smallest pressure drop ever in Atlantic history. Yeah, it's gonna flood the whole hurricane is covering the entire island. And this is gonna be hours of this. It's gonna take hours before it actually goes completely through the island. No, there's not such a thing as a Cat 6. Highest is Category 5. 1 second. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Give me 1 second. Can you guys hear me? I was just getting a drink real quick. How many miles wide is the island? The island is about 150 plus miles wide, I'm pretty sure. Let me look up and double check that. Oh. Make it way smaller than I thought. Oh, no. So it's 51 miles wide and it's 146 miles long. This hurricane is about 150 to 200 miles wide and long. So the hurricane is definitely bigger than the island. Welcome, everyone. Very close. Some of the eye walls starting to hit these southern coast areas, like Black River, Archdown, White House, Malvern, Santa Cruz. It's about to. It's already causing impact to Jamaica. It's causing impact, but it doesn't cause landfall into this entire eye on the island. Is there a camera online at the landfall location? I can check. Let me see which one is closest to the landfall location. I'm gonna look up a couple different camera locations. If you didn't, yeah, that makes sense. It didn't make landfall exactly yet. It's about to. Trying to see if any of these storms, if any of this is in the path of the landfall, the eye. Welcome in. Hey everyone, welcome in. One second, I'm trying to find out if any of these cameras are pointing towards where the eye is gonna make landfall. Welcome in, everyone. Give me one second, guys. It does not look like they are. Yeah, they're not all out, but some of them are going out now. It doesn't look like any of them are in the path. Some in Kingston, but those are not in the direct eye path. Yeah, usually don't last long. The southern ones are already going out. Some are already going out right now. The best way we'd be able to see it is if Bryce.
Apologies for the stream. The cell towers are starting to kind of be a little.
Them is able to intercept the eye and stream still. Probably be the best chance to see inside the eye. I can pull up a footage for you guys also of the eye yesterday, inside the eye, from a hurricane hunter. Give me one second. Give me one second, guys. Here's a picture of inside of Hurricane Melissa. This is inside of Hurricane Melissa yesterday. Yeah, my graphic, my overlay on the side is a little bit messed up. I don't know. It's like one off for some reason. In the maximums are messed up. I don't know why. I tried to fix it, but I didn't have enough time for Landfall to completely fix it. If it follows. Something good. I can't show you any longer. TikTok just gave me a warning for showing it for too long. For showing that picture. I can't show it for any longer, or else TikTok might ban the stream. I showed it for a minute, and TikTok popped a warning up. One more thing, guys. I don't think it actually did anything though. People are still drawing. I'm pretty sure it was just like, it just said that they don't like what I'm doing basically. They don't like that I was showing that picture real quick. It said that it violated the guidelines, but so I just closed it before it kicked me off stream. What's the realistic outcome of this? A realistic outcome is that Jamaica is likely going to be very damaged. It's going to be catastrophic damage. It's probably going to be a lot of damage in Jamaica. Jamaica probably will not look the same for many years. The before and after pics of this is going to be just insane after this. After the storm makes landfall, because it's how strong the storm. This is a record-breaking hurricane. About 12 miles offshore right now. Still moving so slowly. Yeah, it's a very perfect symmetrical eye. One more thing, guys. Welcome in. So guys, let me check the latest hurricane hunters. $8.97. They still have it. They did get measured $8.92 on one of them. Now 9. Port Antonio. Fortunately, you guys still getting these hurricane force winds most likely soon. What's that, guys? They did have 902. They're still going through this storm though. The lowest they got was 902 millibar. Pressure drop, which would be tied for the second lowest ever. And at Jamaica. Almost about to make landfall. About 8-9 miles offshore still. I'm gonna break shot this view real quick. Jeez, you can see these rain and these strong winds and the rain starting to go in. He's right outside the eye wall. No, Hurricane Andrew did not have the lowest. Let me look up what Hurricane Andrews was. Hurricane Andrew only had a 922, so this is stronger. This is worse than Hurricane Andrew. No, it is the second lowest ever in the Atlantic. It has the driest eye ever though on record across all the oceans for a hurricane. So it's still rapidly intensifying. It also has lightning in it too. I'm not able to show it on radar Omega. But it's still possibly intensifying. Yeah, this eye is incredible. It's a very strong storm. We could look at the upper level water vapor. You can see how the eye is this orange color. That's because the eye is extremely dry. It's the driest eye ever in history, on record. And where? And let me check that. Thing is. Jamaica. The eye hit land yet? No, it's the eye wall starting to hit some land, but it's still about 8-9 miles off of shore still. It's moving extremely slowly. It's still heading northeast at around 8 miles per hour. Looks like still 7-8 miles per hour. It is. It's going to impact the entire island, but where the eye is heading is anywhere inside this cone is basically where the eye can go. The most likely is where the numbers are, where it says Category 5. That is where it's most likely where the eye is most likely to go. But this entire cone, it could go anywhere inside the cone. Yeah, it's a very slow moving storm. Very slow moving storm. Let's look at Bryce Shelton's view real quick. Hurricane force wind, you see these trees waving, pouring rain there. The stream is starting to lag out. No problem. Have a good day. What's that, guys? One second. We now have 185 mile per hour sustained winds now. Yeah, wind very fast. Yeah, basically. The storm is moving extremely slow. But we now have 185 mile per hour sustained winds per the latest update. No, there's not really at this point. It's already impacting Jamaica. It's the eye's already going on land. The eye wall is impacting Jamaica right now. Something the eye wall is, the outer eye wall. It's already going into Jamaica. What's that, guys? Yeah, it's already hitting Jamaica. Just the eye is not fully on land yet. It's on its way to them. It's very close to making landfall. Where this red, that's basically the outer eye wall. Where this red area is on satellite. That's basically the outer eye wall. Still about 7-8 miles offshore. It's extremely moving. It's starting to wobble a little bit. Also. They let people outside they let hotels letting people in the pool earlier? Well, there's literally an active hurricane? That's insane. No, Keanu, he's not in the iPath. I'm trying to pull a model for Port Antonio real quick, if you want. But it looks like Port Antonio is not going to get so obviously Port Antonio is not going to get the eye. But you are definitely going to get heavy rain, tropical storm and hurricane force wind most likely. And but you're definitely just have to be aware until this passes over. This is going to be a pretty long event. I don't know if I'll be streaming the entire time. No, it's not the strongest on the record. It's the second strongest pressure drop, though. It's 5 miles per hour off from being as strong as Wilma, which is the strongest hurricane ever right now with sustained winds. The eye is almost on land. It's very close. This is insane. You're gonna see the 5 mile per hour winds? So almost hurricane force winds. 10 miles offshore still. 8. Not exactly. Look at that. Welcome. Make sure you guys like the stream, guys, so it gets pushed out to more people. It's very close to making landfall. It's starting to wobble west now. A little bit. It's starting to wobble because it's so intense, it's basically going where it feels like going. Yeah, the eyewall's about to hit very soon. It looks like possibly the eyewall, some of the outer eyewall may already getting the super south areas. Look, here's the eyewall. It's about to move on. It's curving back around. It was wobbling to the west though, but now it just went northeast again. Look how close it is. Some of the outer eyewalls already hitting these areas. The eye is almost on land. It's about to officially make landfall. Make sure you are taking cover if you are still in here in Jamaica and you have power. I don't know how much people in Jamaica actually still have power. Nope, it basically skipped the eyewall replacement cycle. It just didn't do one. It just decided it wasn't going to do an eyewall replacement cycle at all. It basically did something called an MERC. It's not an official term, but that's what people call it. It's basically where the outer and inner eyewall basically just combine instead of completely collapsing. They just combine into one. When it first became a major hurricane, it just hadn't had an eyewall replacement cycle. Yeah, it just said no. There's no power. Yeah, it's so structured it hasn't had a single eyewall replacement cycle. It literally won't do it. But that would be the best case scenario if it had an eyewall replacement cycle right now. That'd be great. But it's not. It's still intensifying. It's still getting stronger right before it hits slam. It's getting stronger to the point where it's going to be at, like, it might. I would not be surprised if it got stronger than Wilma at this point. What's that, guys? I would say Port Antonio is probably one of the safest places right now, honestly. Where are you at in Port Antonio, though? Yeah, don't move. If you're moving right now, you might get, like, just swept up by the hurricane, honestly. But how many people in here right now are in Jamaica or in Cuba? How long is it going to take to make landfall? Probably another 15-20 minutes, most likely. It's moving extremely slow. It's very close to making landfall. The outer eye wall is already in Jamaica. There's not really a point of a Category 6, though. But not much hurricanes actually are going to be able to get to this strength. It's just because we got a very weird hurricane this year. And we had sheer and dry air in the Caribbean and the Gulf all year long. So nothing, because what hurricanes do, we kind of need hurricanes because they cool the ocean waters, basically. The waters get so hot, and the only thing to cool them down is the hurricane. Basically, the only thing you can do is hunker down. Best place to be would most likely be on the lowest floor. But the problem with hurricanes is you have these super strong winds, tornado force winds almost. But then you have a flooding risk. You have flooding risk possibly. So it's basically you want to stay in the lowest floor as long as you can. Is what you want to do. Hunker down on the lowest floor as long as you can, once it starts flying, then try to go up to the second or third floor, most likely. Would be the best thing to possibly do. That's all you can really do at this point. Especially with such a strong hurricane. Because if you're on like the third, if you're on the highest floor, or whatever, there's no doubt the building might just get blown off. The top floor might just get blown off. Yeah, we had nothing to. There has not been a single hurricane all year. So the Gulf and Caribbean has been completely untouched. There's nothing to in order to develop all year. So the moment there was no dry air and shear and a storm was able to get down here, it took a hold of that 95-degree water. And it's super deep 95-degree water. The warm water goes super down deep. This is worse than Katrina. Yeah, this is And I don't think anything's really worse than Katrina. Katrina was so bad because it broke the levees, but this is stronger than Katrina, yes. It's still tsunami. It's not tsunami. It's a hurricane. I don't know if there's a tsunami risk. Outer eye wall is starting to impact some of these areas, like Black River, White House, Malvern. You see this red and yellow area. That is the outer eye wall of this hurricane. It's extremely about 7 miles offshore, so it's maybe extremely slow, like very, very slow. Would you guys like the stream, guys, so we can push out to more people? Welcome. Yeah, if you guys are in Jamaica or in Cuba, make sure you are hunkered down in a safe place. Yeah, Katrina was insane, but the thing with Katrina is the reason that Katrina was so strong and so bad and so destructive was because it broke the levees. I don't think Jamaica even has levees. It's just gonna hit it straight on. The only reason Katrina was so strong was because of the levees breaking. But technically, this would be stronger than Katrina. Technically. Yeah, it was a storm surge. It was a storm surge. It was storm surge, which storm surge pushed and broke the levee from Katrina. Move faster over land. No, it's going to keep moving slowly over land, which is why there's such a big flooding risk. And basically, the difficult situation is if there's about 33 plus feet of rain expected, and there is, if you're on the coast, there's 13 feet storm surge possible. Basically, the best place you can be is inland. And since this storm is so strong, you don't want to be on higher ground because the roof might get blown off. But you want to be on low. If you're on lower ground and starts flooding, you want to get to higher ground. You just want to so basically what you want to do is get on the lowest floor until it starts flooding, and then once it starts flooding, you want to try to get a little bit higher ground, not completely to the highest ground, because that just might get blown off by the hurricane. Latest update on pressure and speed. It is 185 miles per hour wind sustained, so 5 mile per hour off from reaching the strongest hurricane ever actually in the Atlantic. It is also the second lowest pressure drop ever. So it's 892 still. Landfall yet? No, there's not landfall yet. It's very close. The outer eye wall is still hitting these smaller places. It is moving extremely slow. I think it's follow. If you guys like the stream, guys, so it gets pushed out to more people. But if TikTok sees that people are tapping, it will push it out to more people. Let's look at turn our pages. There's streams that go on cutting out because of this hurricane. Yeah, it's like 6 or 7. Oops, I said it. It's like 6 or 7 miles offshore. Update on where most search will happen once landfall. Most likely where the eye is. It is heading northeast right now. So anywhere in this cone is going to be getting very destructive winds. How long would I estimate until landfall? I would say about 15-20 minutes. That's like at this point. It's extremely close. The eye is so close to land, but the storm is moving so slow. It's starting to wobble a little bit also. It's about 6 miles off land. So it's so close to making landfall, but it's moving so slowly, which is also going to be pretty bad for flooding risk in Jamaica because of how slow this is moving. But even after Jamaica, it's supposed to make landfall in eastern Cuba at a Category 4 by Wednesday. Then Bahamas at a Cat 2, and then Bermuda at a Cat 1. Possibly. If it's still alive, if it's still not post-tropical by then. So it's going to be going on a long track. Yeah, it's definitely going to make landfall within 30 minutes for sure. About 5.8 miles offshore for it to touch the actual land. Thanks for following everybody. And the likes and shares. If we can see if any of the cameras are up. It has not made official landfall yet. It is causing impacts, but it has not made official landfall. Alright, good Jake, good luck. Don't try to move though. Do not try to move. Currently, guys, this is matching the Labor Day, hold on, let me check. It is matching the Labor Day 1935 hurricane at the same time as that. So it's the second strongest hurricane ever in Atlantic history. It's like on record. There's never been a stronger hurricane. It's going to make landfall. What's the next? It's going to make landfall in under 30 minutes now. I was going to say that. It's moving so slowly and starting to wobble a little bit. It's about 5 miles off the shore. Thank you, Kiana. What's that, guys? Yeah, it's just a low-lying coastal. This is a very coastal region. Trying to see if any of the cameras are going to work. All the Jamaica cameras look like they're going down. They're all dying out. You can't read them anymore. Storm's getting closer to landfall. Stronger winds are approaching. So cameras are starting to go out. I'll also show you guys this hurricane in 3D also. Black and white here. This is the cold, very high cold cloud tops. And you can see the obviously the eye in 3D. Look, this is better than Fox News. It's crazy. Thank you. Still about 5 miles offshore. This is moving so slow. I've been streaming for an hour. I was expecting it to make a landfall in like 30 minutes, but it's moving just so slowly. Thank you, Kiana, for the 5 boos. Thanks for the go populars. Thanks for the gifts and likes, everybody. Thanks for 22 go populars, Kiana. This is very close. The eye wall is almost completely on land now. Yes, I'm moving at 8 to 7 miles per hour. This is so close to making landfall. Almost the entire eye wall is on land already. So about 5.5 miles offshore. Most you see this blue, green, red, yellow area, that is the inner and outer eye wall. That is almost completely on land now. So it's very close to making landfall. It's about 5.5 miles off the shore. Yeah, it looks amazing, but it's gonna be very destructive, sadly. Prayers to Jamaica and Cuba, these areas in the past. Still, Bryce Shelton stream is still not up. A minute, guys. The National Hurricane Center, the NHC, is posted about 40 minutes ago, saying that this hurricane is still strengthening, which is what I was saying just moments ago. Let me see if I can open the NHC site, see if they change anything on their main messages. Oh, yeah, the ads on the news are very annoying. Exactly 5 miles offshore from making landfall. This is very close to making landfall in Jamaica. This is going to make landfall in Black River, White House, Sandy Ground, Crawford, Cambridge, H-Town, New Holland are going to be the first areas inside the eye of the storm. The gravity waves? What do you mean, these? Fox has announced it. Hold on, let me check. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. The eye is about 17, 18 miles wide. It will still move about the same on when it makes landfall. Yeah, that's because of how strong. That's because of how strong the storm is. You see those gravity waves because of how strong this hurricane is. It's having gravity waves. What's that, guys? Yeah, I'm trying to check that real quick. I don't think it is 200 miles. It's 200 mile per hour max wind gust though. Give me a minute, guys. I'm back, sorry, guys. Thank you, Anna, for the 52 gold populars. Wow. No, but it has 200 mile per hour wind gust, but it has 185 mile per hour sustained wind. Yeah, it's gonna be slow on landfall also. Yeah, once it gets on the land, it'll also weaken a lot to that Cat 4 pretty fast. But it's so intense, it's still gonna be a Cat 4 looking like when it makes landfall in Jamaica because of just how strong it is. There's such high elevation in Jamaica, but that's still not enough to completely weaken the storm. Very close to making landfall now. About 3 miles offshore for it to make a little bit, for the little bit of the eye to get on to shore. I would say about 10, 15 minutes probably for landfall. What's that, guys? I'm not gonna really guess the casualties. Not going to guess on the casualties. Oh, guys, look at the latest NHC. 185 mile per hour sustained wind, 220 mile per hour max wind gust. Yeah, hopefully then. 220 mile per hour wind gust, guys. That's absolutely insane. This is 5 mile per hour off from being the strongest hurricane ever. This is 892 millibar low pressure system, 185 mile per hour wind speeds sustained, and 220 mile per hour wind gusts. Above Maypen. Here's the pumpkins. Yeah, 892. It's the second strongest hurricane in the world ever recorded. Maypen will not get the eye most likely. We may get some of the eye wall though. What's the time now? What do you mean what's the time? Like what time is it in Jamaica? Or this is literally the second strongest hurricane ever recorded. Yeah, second strongest ever. Not the strongest ever, it's almost though. It's 5 miles per hour off from being the strongest hurricane ever. A wind's landfall probably within the next 10-15 minutes before it's official landfall. Sorry guys, train going by my house. Give me a minute, guys. Yeah, prayers for Jamaica. The Jamaica, its landfall is going to be within the next 10 minutes, most likely. It's about 3 miles offshore. About exactly 3 miles offshore, basically. Hey, good night. What's up, guys? Yes, they are in risk for landslides. How long before landfall? About 10 to 15 minutes before landfall, most likely. It's already caught the impacts, though. There's a camera inside the eye right now, guys. In Jamaica. Give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a minute, give me a minute. There is a camera inside of the Jamaica eye. Give me 1 second, guys. One second, I'm trying to pull up the stream. One second, guys. Pulling up the stream on YouTube. The current eye of Melissa. This is the camera inside of the eye of Melissa right now. Or almost in the eye of Melissa. There's the eye of Melissa right now. We're right outside the eye. It's in Treasure Beach, so this is in the eye wall of Melissa right now. It's not officially on land. The eye is not on land yet, but this is in the eye wall. I'll show you guys exactly where it is. So it is right here. This little blue dot is, that is where that camera is. That is in Jamaica live right now in the outer eye wall of this hurricane. See the insanely strong wind in this outer eye wall right now. It's insane, look at this wind. It's insane wind, guys. Oh, I'm surprised this camera is still up. Absolutely no idea how this is not down yet. Yeah, this is the outer eye wall. This isn't even the inner eye wall yet. This is just a little bit of the outer eye wall. This isn't even the full eye wall. Thanks for the heartbeat. I'm actually surprised. How is this camera still up? No, look, this is literally live right now in Treasure Beach, Jamaica. See the chat on the side. Start streaming 66 minutes here. This is live in Jamaica right now. Right on the outer island. In Treasure Bay Beach, Jamaica. Oh, sorry, that's very loud. This is where it is. This blue dot right here is where that camera is. Yeah, pray for them. This is a very strong hurricane. That's not even the actual eye wall. That's just a little bit of the outer eye wall, not the whole eye. Just a little bit of those very strong damaging winds into Jamaica right now. The eye is very close to land, still about a couple miles offshore. Moving so slowly, it's starting to wobble a little bit. But it is. What camera? If you... Here, I'll send the link in chat. Here, I'll just look up JS Photography on YouTube. He's the one that's streaming this. They're the one that's streaming this right now. JS Photography. I'll show it on stream so you can look at it real quick. If you want to look at this camera live right now. JS Photography. Starting to lag out now. Oh, this is because they're using a Starlink. They're recording this from a Starlink. Is there any other cameras closer to the eye wall? I don't think any other cameras close to the eye wall are going to be able to record it. Only reason this one is even able to work at all, even though it's super laggy, is because they just said they're using Starlink. Which is basically just internet that connects to the satellite. And the cloud tops are so high, Starlink's messing up. So the camera's messing up now too, but that was footage from inside that hurricane. Inside the outer eye wall of the hurricane. How is what? Yeah, Starlink's pretty good. I personally don't have Starlink. About 3-4 miles offshore still from making landfall. Extremely close. Can I show the camera footage again? Back up and stop lagging. Here, this is the outer eye wall in Jamaica. It's still a little bit off. This is the outer eye wall in the camera just in Jamaica. Switch back to Ritter and Mega. I'll show that back in a little bit. Keep that up. Show in a minute. For where you are, and see if there is one. Port Antonio. No, there is not one in San Antonio. The Black River is about to get hit by this storm. It's about to be in the past's eye. Black River is right up here. Black River is in the eye wall right now. They are 4 miles off from getting this eye. People live on TikTok. How do I think Montego Bay will be affected? I would definitely hunker down in Montego Bay. You're going to get these hurricane force winds. The eye wall is going to be very close to you. It's possible you can get impacted by some of the eye wall. Or this eye looks like it's getting bigger. It looks like it's still intensifying. Let's go back a couple frames. Back to 21 frames. It's literally getting stronger. It's like it's very, yes, I mean, the storm is still intensifying, so the best spot for shelter would likely be on the northern side of the island, most likely, in a sturdy shelter with, most likely right now, to be on the lowest floor until it starts flooding. If there is flooding, I would suggest you get on the second lowest floor, just as low as you can possibly go without being in floodwater. Here's a 50 frame thing of Hurricane Melissa, 50 frame loop. That's supposed to be getting stronger. Definitely not a good thing. It's still it's intensifying till the last moment. Till the moment it gets till the moment its eye touches this island, it's intensifying. Pretty massive wind there now. Maybe we're starting to get these hurricane force winds. I cannot put a camera up on there in there sadly though. Like, give me 1 second. I'm going to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Come back, guys. Also, if you look at the bottom of the screen, Hurricane Melissa is moving at 10 miles now, north-northeast. Starting to wobble a little bit out of the cone, actually, right now. Some of the eye is actually a little bit outside of the cone of uncertainty. Because it's so strong, it's starting to wobble. Are you in at Jamaica, the second tower? They're about 2-3 miles offshore. Whoa, it's actually about a 1 mile. You see right here? This is in Crawford. You guys are about a mile or two off. I's about a mile or two off you. Offshore. You're in Australia. Oh. Yeah, pray for Jamaica. I think also after this, Cuba is expected to get hit as it is at the Category 4 hurricane now. It's 2 a.m. for you? Oh. It's 11 in the morning for me. I'm pretty sure it's 10 o'clock in Jamaica because they are Central Time. Given instructions, I would not be surprised if those in the path of the eye wall in the eye could collapse from this force of the storm, because there is 220-mile max gusts and 185-mile-per-hour sustained winds. So I would not be surprised if that was able to destroy infrastructure. Yeah, it could destroy them. It could destroy infrastructure if it just could destroy infrastructure. Here I should get that camera again in the outer eye wall snow. It's in Treasure Beach, Jamaica, just outside the eye wall. We're in a little bit. It's a little bit in the eye wall currently. Going to lie again and show you guys where that is on map, on the satellite, where that camera is. It is right here. This little blue dot is. That is where this camera is currently. that camera I just showed on stream, as where is at. Storm is very close to making landfall. It is moving so extremely slowly. About 3 miles off from completely making landfall on White House, and about 4 or 5 miles off from making landfall on Black River. Crawford is about a mile off. Yeah. This is going to, that pull is very strong. Just waiting for this hurricane to make landfall. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. I did not think that it was going to take this long for it to make landfall. About a mile and a half off from making landfall in Crawford. Yeah, but actually, why is this pole so strong? How is this pole still alive? The trees all around it are completely knocked over, but this one power line is completely fine. This is on the outer eye wall in Treasure Beach, Jamaica. Yeah, prayers for them. It's pretty slow compared to a normal hurricane because it got trapped between two ridges, so it's kind of just moving super slow. There's the current stats on it: 185 mile per hour wind speeds, sustained. Max wind gusts are 2 to 15, so they did make that go push it down just a little bit. One second, guys. Did the NHC change their key messages at all? Okay, I'll show you guys what the NHC just updated to their messages. They put emergency alert out, basically. The NHC says for Jamaica, this is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Take cover now. Catastrophic winds with total structural failure are likely near the path and Melissa Center. Catastrophic flash flooding, landslides, and destructive winds are expected across the remainder of the island, causing widespread infrastructural failure, damage, power and communication outages in isolated communities. Along the southern coast, life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected throughout the day. What the NHC says. For Jamaica. The NHC doesn't usually throw those words around lightly. The NHC is calling it a life-threatening, extremely dangerous life-threatening storm. Those are words the NHC does not throw around very lightly. It's almost on land. The eye is almost completely on land. It's about a mile off land. Very, very close to making it on land. It is currently making landfall. It's going in for landfall right now. The stream is still running on this camera near Treasure Beach, Jamaica. Gotta show my. What, Anissa? That power pole is still standing. Everything else is falling down around it, but this one power pole is still standing just fine. It's not even bending. It's not even moving at all. It's just completely still. Apparently Jamaica just has extremely strong power poles. That power pole is getting that like the 100+ mile per hour winds of the outer eye wall, and it's completely not moving at all. Did it hit Sav? Sav Lamar. Sav Lamar, Jamaica. Is it called Sav Lamar spelled like that? We have a first part of the island actually almost in the eye wall now. Less than a mile away. To Greater Portmore, Jamaica. Talking about just Portmore, or is it called Greater Portmore? If you're talking about just Portmore, it's really definitely getting these hurricane force winds in Portmore. They did move the code a little bit. Now it includes Montego Bay, Mainville, Nineville, Albertown, Brownstown. They did move it more to the east. Belmont, Jamaica. Okay. Portmore, you guys are gonna get that hurricane force wind. Belmont is it's in the eye wall right now. If you're in Belmont, stay in your shelter. Portland, Jamaica. Port Antonio. Oh, you guys are getting this hurricane force winds currently. It's basically making landfall right now. It's starting landfall. Hey, pray for me, Anissa. About a mile and a half offshore from officially making landfall on the eye going onto land. Good. Yeah, keep hunkering down. It's very close. It's basically making landfall right now. So it is moving northeast at 9 miles per hour, 185 mile per hour sustained wind. So it's like the strongest hurricane ever. 215 mile per hour wind gust, and minimum low pressure system is 892 millibars. When you wake up, I don't know if I'll be streaming for that long. Thank you for the follow, everybody. If you guys like the stream, so it gets pushed out to more people. Because if 2 to 3 people are liking the stream, they will push it out more. Very close to, it's basically currently making landfall right now. Begins with the eyes, so it's surreal. Thanks for the likes, everybody. Thank you, Kiana, for the Go Populars. Thank you for the follow and like and gift, everybody. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, pray for Jamaica. Yeah, that's because the birds are stuck in the eye wall. That's actually, there's thousands of birds stuck inside this eye of this hurricane right now. Because that's why the birds come out, because they're stuck inside the eye. But these birds got stuck. They saw, when Recon went in here, Hurricane Hunters, they saw thousands of birds just stuck inside the eye because they got sucked into the hurricane, so they flew into the eye and they can't get back out because it's so strong. It's basically on land right now. A little sliver of the land is in the eye. It's making landfall currently. It's currently making landfall. You were in the eye of Wilma. Yeah, this is almost stronger than Wilma. This is the second strongest right now. This hurricane is 5 miles per hour off from being sustained wind from being as strong as Wilma. Also, still intensifying. Right before it makes landfall, before the actual eye gets on, it's still intensifying because of how warm these waters are. With 185 mile per hour sustained winds, 215 mile per hour maximum wind gust, heading northeast at 9 miles per hour and at 892 millibar of pressure system. See if hurricane hunters are going through the storm still. They're still going through the storm. Yeah, dang. So they're still getting about 170, 180 mile per hour wind on the outer eye wall. Not even going through the entire inner eye wall of the hurricane yet. This is a NOAA aircraft. That's insane. It's moving so slowly. I think that's like the Eagles. This storm is moving so slowly. NOAA just keeps on flying through it, through the eye. They're trying to go through the eye, but it keeps on moving. They keep on missing it. They went right beside the eye. They're just flying back around through it a bunch. It's basically making landfall in Jamaica right now. Part of the Jamaica is, as you can see right here, part of Jamaica, one of the roads is in the eye. Did you stop streaming, Mark? Did you in your stream? They're about 16, 17 mile wide eye. Here is that camera in Treasure Beach, Jamaica, in that outer eye wall still. It's making a landfall right now. A part of the island is already in the eye. A little part of one of the roads is in the eye currently. That's extremely close. Hey. Hey. Welcome back. Currently making landfall. I'm thinking landfall very soon. It's making landfall right now. How'd that pull now? It's still alive. It's just completely fine still. Did it hit Belmont? Yeah, it's already hitting Belmont, but the actual eye, it's not. The eye is not over Belmont yet. The outer bands are hitting Belmont right now. It's almost over Belmont. About 4 or 5 miles off of Belmont from the eye. No problem. Some of Jamaica is already in landfall. Having landfall right now. The Treasure Beach, Jamaica camper is still up. It's lagging though. Welcome in. It's making landfall actively right now, guys. It's slowly going onto more of the island, moving at around 9, 10 miles per hour currently. It's from a storm chaser on Twitter named Josh Morganman at 9:35. And this is in St. Louis Parish. This is in Crawford, right outside the eye right now. Crashing sounds like an explosion. Wreckage flying. He's saying there's crashing sounds. Sounds like an explosion. There's wreckage flying down the streets. Trees are bending completely over, and his ears are hurting from pressure drop. Can you think it's not gonna get direct impact? It's possible we get some tornadoes from Melissa, but it's apparently a storm chaser. This is a little bit ago. This was a few hours ago, or an hour ago now. In Crawford, right here, where he's actually in the eye now in Crawford. He was hearing pressure drop. His ears were popping from pressure drop, and there's trees completely bending over, and stuff flying everywhere. Welcome in. Thanks for following everybody. Make sure you guys like the stream. So it gets pushed out right now. Are you in Crawford, Eagles? Are you in Crawford? As we have no really switch screen. The poll is still alive, guys. The poll in Treasure Beach, Jamaica is still alive. Point Antonio, yeah, you guys are gonna get more stronger winds once the storm heads more northeast. Look, here's the video playing again, live stream. Here is the outer eye wall of this storm right now. That pole, somehow everything else is breaking except for one power pole. That's just indestructible apparently. Yeah, the eye is super calm. It's super calm. There'd be birds in there because the birds are trapped in them. It would be super calm in the eye, but then once that eye passes through, you get the strong eye wall again with those 220-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And it's 185-mile-per-hour sustained wind. Yeah, the back wall is the worst. Back wall where they got the 892 pressure drop. Jamaica is basically in landfall at this point. The eye is not completely over Jamaica, but it's very close to being completely over. Alright, give me 1 minute, I'll be right back. Come back, guys. Yeah, it'll be a lot more by then. For Miami. On a cruise. Back to that camera. Still, a power pole is still completely fine somehow. Because we got invincible power poles in Jamaica. Here's the invincible power pole. It's in Treasure Beach, Jamaica, right in the eye wall. Can't drift too long outside. Also, let me get copyrighted. How is his power pole still not down yet, bro? Everything else is completely destroyed, but this power pole is completely fine. Because we got invincible power poles, literally, in Jamaica. What's that, guys? More of Jamaica is in the eye now. Crawford is completely in the eye. Almost completely in the eye. Still getting some gusty winds, probably. Not completely in the entire eye yet. The people that get in the eye are going to be in this eye for so long because of how slow the storm is moving. Storm is so wide. Is there people in the eye right now? Oh, the plane, yeah. I showed it on stream earlier, but then TikTok got mad at me for showing on stream and threatened to take my stream down. So I couldn't show for too long. I showed a picture of it in the eye earlier. In one of the recon planes, Hurricane Hunters. But TikTok gave me a warning. It was trying to take the stream down, so I had to stop it, showing it. Welcome everyone. Again, this is making landfall very slowly. It's some areas, some little cities in the far southern areas are in the eye currently. Its eye's gonna be so slow. If you're in this eye, you're gonna be in it for pretty long because of how slow it's moving the storm is. Here, hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 minute. Some of my MacBook I don't have 2 screens, so I have to put the stream on my phone. Okay. Sorry guys, I was adding myself as a moderator on my alt and backup account. Again, some people are in the eye now. Crawford, Sandy Ground, almost in the eye. Cambridge, White House are all already in the eye of the storm. Welcome everyone. Give me a minute, guys. Try and do something real quick. You guys vote in the poll in the top left of your screen. I want to see who in here is actually in Jamaica right now. I know there's a few people in here in Jamaica. The poll in the top left of your screen. White House is almost completely in the eye of the storm. Crawford is almost also completely in the eye of the storm. And make sure you guys vote in the poll in the top left. I want to see who in here is actually in Jamaica. I know a few people in here are in Jamaica. Welcome in, everyone. How do I get? It is already making landfall right now. Thank you, Jay, for the gift. Thank you, Jay, for the 30 roses, and you got the turtle gifter. Thank you so much. Are you guys still okay in... How are you, Jay, in Port Antonio right now? You're fine? And are you still fine in Port Antonio right now? You still have power? The pole? What pole? Oh, the pole in the camera footage. If you are, okay. Yeah, it's going northeast. But it's kind of wobbling out of the cone a little bit because of how strong the storm is. It's so intense that it's just wobbling around, which is normal with these super intense storms. Thank you for the follow there, everybody. Oh, the pole. Bruce's Hill right here. This is completely inside the eye of this hurricane now. They're moving extremely slow. Still moving at around 9 miles per hour. I'm show you guys. I can show you guys this. The stream is still running in at Treasure Beach, Jamaica versus Outer Eyewall winds. Is there any video in the eye already? I didn't look for that actually. Give me a minute, let me look for see if there's any videos in the eye. Yeah, I would not be surprised. There's a lot of using cell service as it's maybe more inland. One thing I'm trying to see if I can find a video in the eye of Melissa. Anyone have put any videos yet? I don't think anyone's gonna be able to put. I'm not finding any videos on inside the eye right now. Also, no, I don't storm chase yet, but as of now, right now, at least. But there's no pictures yet. I would assume that's also because not much. It's only a little city. Not much people are in the actual eye yet, and also it just went overland. There's probably not any data. No one's gonna be able to upload anything right now. White House, Colden, Crawford. Hulls Hill, Long Hill, Bruce's Hill are all inside the eye now. Southwestern Jamaica is getting more of southwestern Jamaica is moving into the eye of this hurricane. It's supposed to be a Cat 5 the entire time it's on land in Jamaica. And then downgrade to a Cat 4 with 150 mile per hour sustained wind, 185 mile per hour wind gust by Wednesday, or after it makes landfall. And by Wednesday, it is expected to move into Cuba as a Cat 4. That's a very clear eye, even though it's literally making landfall right now. This is that camera in Frederick Beach, Jamaica, in the eye wall again. That pole is still standing. That indestructible pole. See if I can find another. It's trick again. See if anyone is live streaming in the eye. No one is inside the eye yet. Looks like it's still too early. Inside the eye probably has absolutely no data at all. Also, that issue goes Melissa in 3D again if you want to see that. This is Melissa in 3D form. The moving southwestern area of the eye. It's Jamaica is still in the eye now. This eye is gonna be extremely slow moving. It's still moving at like 8 miles per hour, so it's very, very slow. I'll probably stream until more of the eye gets on land, and then I might stream till then. I don't know how long I would be able to stream. I've already been streaming for 2.5 hours on Melissa, almost 2.5 hours on Melissa. Welcome everyone. Again, make sure you guys like the stream, tap the screen. If you guys like the stream, it will help it be pushed out to more people. Yeah, it's sped up, but it's still moving so slowly. It's only sped up by like a mile or two. Well, 1 or 2 miles per hour. Wow, look at the camera footage now, guys. In Jamaica, in that Treasure Beach, Jamaica area. The pole is still standing. Everything is destroyed by that pole. This is inside of that Treasure Beach, Jamaica, right now. Jamaica is currently making landfall right actively. It's not completely on land yet, but it is making landfall. That pole apparently is indestructible. The poles are refusing to fall. This eye is on the outside of the cone now. Part of the eye is out now outside the cone. It's wobbling so much. Literally the eye is outside the cone. Some of the eye of the hurricane is outside of the cone. Cone of uncertainty. Yeah, that pole is literally invincible. The hurricane is developing so much that it's getting outside of the cone now. This is the second strongest hurricane ever since Wilma. Yeah, same. I'm still trying to look a little bit. So good. Free to change what? Oh, you're using it. Yeah, sorry, got lucky. I still moving extremely slowly, still outside of the cone of uncertainty right now. It's a very symmetrical eye. So a very intense hurricane with 185-mile-per-hour sustained wind and 250-mile-per-hour max wind gusts. I actually just found out that I was scrolling X trying to see if I find any more videos for people from storm chasers inside the eye. But they're apparently why they kept on circling inside the eye of the hurricane was they actually got stuck inside the eye apparently. They actually were stuck inside the eye. The recon was actually stuck. Hurricane were stuck inside the eye for a little bit and couldn't find a way out, so they had to keep on circling to find a way out of the eye a little bit ago. That's about an hour or two ago now, though. 2 hours ago. That's why they kept on circling inside the eye. They were basically stuck in it. Some of these wind readings, they'll say about 180-mile-per-hour winds. The wind speeds are estimated to be there. Well, it's actually recorded wind speeds of 185-mile-per-hour wind sustained, and possibly 215-mile-per-hour wind gusts. If you like the stream, guys, like it's pushed out to more people. I is still outside the cone of uncertainty right now. The White House is completely in the eye, so is Crawford. They're completely in the eye of this hurricane right now. Oh, Bryce is back up. Bryce Shelton is back up. Bryce Shelton is right outside the eyeball right now. It is, it's on land, but the eye is not completely on land yet. It's currently it's making landfall right now. It is in Jamaica. It's currently making landfall in southwest Jamaica right now. Some in southwest Jamaica, far southwest Jamaica is inside of the eye now. A minute, guys. So no, Jamaica. It's not the second strongest hurricane ever. It's the third strongest. Sorry. What video? It's coming. It's going northeast. Yeah, it's wobbling so much because it is such a strong, intense hurricane that the AHC is having trouble. It's like it's wobbling out of the track because how strong it is. It's not staying in one spot. It's wobbling. It's heading northeast, but it's also wobbling west apparently. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. But give me. Sorry, I was popping ramen in the microwave real quick so I can eat that I haven't ate. I was just putting ramen in the microwave real quick so I can eat something. You can still see your safe place in Jamaica. What is Bro talking about right now? Welcome everyone. Give me a second, guys. One second. The grill, let me check that. It's possible you get hurricane force wind. The eye wall, it doesn't look like it's going to hit you directly, but because I'm wobbling west like that, it is possible you get hit some of the eye wall. So I would definitely hunker down in your safe place. I see ya. Good night. By Shelton's view, 28 page. These windy, they are definitely getting this hurricane force wind still. They're not too far from the eye wall. The eye is actually covering some of southwestern Jamaica now, so it technically is making landfall right now. It is actively making landfall in Jamaica. Give me 1 second, guys. Trying to see if I can pull up a radar in Jamaica. Am I able to find a radar in Jamaica? I can pop the stream again for. They got a couple days worth of warning, about a week or so worth of warning in Jamaica before the storm hit. I mean, I've been talking about it before the storm even formed. This is in Treasure Beach, Jamaica, in the Outer Bands. I mean, not the Outer Bands, in the outer eye wall right now. Very strong wind in the outer eye wall. This is a 250 frame loop of Hurricane Melissa. Hold on. Alright guys, I'm going to go get my ramen out of the microwave, but I'll play this loop for you guys. There's a 250 loop of Melissa. Alright guys, I am back now. Just getting some ramen real quick to eat. Because I ate all day. I've been doing live coverage for the past 2.5 hours. I'm back to the 7 frame. The 250 loop anymore. Just 7 frame loop. Still covering more of southwest Jamaica. It also is something that is still outside of the cone of uncertainty right now. Welcome in. Currently I'm looking at Hurricane Melissa that is making landfall actively in Jamaica right now. The pole in Treasure Beach, Jamaica is still up somehow. No idea how. I'll show you that real quick. It's lagging right now. But that pole is still somehow up in Treasure Beach, Jamaica. From Hurricane Melissa, this is in Treasure Beach, Jamaica again. This is in the outer eye wall. See that pole still standing up? It's lagging right now. So if you still see that pole standing up. See, in the past 7 frames, Melissa has barely moved. It's barely moving. Moving at around 10 miles per hour right now. Extremely slowly moving. welcome in. And make sure you guys like the stream so that it gets pushed up. It gets more likes. TikTok will push it out to more people so they can see this landfall coverage. Give me 1 second. Welcome in, everyone. And guys, this is a 185 mile per hour sustained wind, 220 mile per hour max wind gust, and 892 millibar low pressure system. This is the third strongest storm ever in the Atlantic on wind speeds wise. If anyone has posted a picture of the eye yet, inside the eye of this hurricane. Welcome in, everyone. There is some flooding in areas in Jamaica starting to flood now. Yeah, this is deadly storm surge on this storm right now. Very strong wind gust. 220 mile per hour wind gust is stronger than an EF5 tornado at this point. This is extremely strong winds. This will be extremely devastating hurricane. It'll be very sad to see the before and after effects of this hurricane after. So if you are in Jamaica or know anyone in Jamaica or Cuba, make sure they are hunkered down in their area, in their safe place, taking cover. What's that, guys? Welcome in. Let's go to a different site that shows the satellite a little bit better. Just look at that high res. Look at that high res satellite, guys. That's just insane. Like, look at this. This is an insane high res satellite this morning. Currently, it's making landfall. Some of the eye is still outside the cone right now, wobbling a little bit, but not too much. It's just a little bit, a mile or two outside the cone. So not a whole bunch of a difference. Just if you're anywhere in Jamaica on the west side, you could get impact from the eye of the storm, or central Jamaica. Make sure you guys are hunkered down again, like I said, in a safe shelter in Jamaica right now. This storm is so bad that Bryce Shelton came here to intercept the eye of the storm, and he had to go more north because he was too scared, basically, to get in the path of this eye, to get in this eye. That's how strong the storm is. I don't know if he's still going for the eye, but I know he had to move more north because he was too scared of being down so south because of how strong the storm surge is and how strong this hurricane is. Here's the iron tree guys at 252 frame loop again of Hurricane Melissa. I would recommend everyone. This was at 7 a.m. .250 frame loop of Melissa right now. Welcome everyone. I'm looking at currently a 250 frame loop, so this is from 7 a.m. till now of Hurricane Melissa. Welcome everyone. Give me a minute. I'm gonna stream for like another. Here at Treasure Beach again, guys, in Jamaica, in the outer eye wall of Hurricane Melissa. Wait for it to load up for a minute. Okay, it's having too many issues right now. It's just buffering. I'm not going to be able to stream the entire Landfall. I have stuff I have to do. Welcome everyone. Yeah, if you're just not joining, I'm only going to be streaming for another 30 minutes. I'm going to have to end the stream. I have stuff I have to do. But I will be posting updates on Melissa all day long. I may go live again later tonight also. Okay, I just want to thank you all for all the gifts, guys, and all the follows. Hit 2,700 followers this stream. Only 300 away from reaching 3,000 followers now. Okay, the stream is the YouTube video is back up again. The full load this time. This is in Treasure Beach, Jamaica right now. In the outer eye wall of Hurricane Melissa right now. Buffering again. I'll also show you guys what the NHC is saying for impacts. What their key messages say. I'm only going to stream for the 30 minutes because I have stuff I have to do and I'm not able to stream this entire Landfall considering how slow this storm moving. I'd be streaming for like 10 hours. I'm not able to do that. Here's what the NHC said. For Jamaica to say this is an extremely dangerous and life-threatening situation. Take cover now. Catastrophic winds with total structural failure are likely near the path of Melissa's center. Catastrophic flash flooding, landslides, and destructive winds are expected across the remainder of the island, causing widespread infrastructural damage, power and communication outages in isolated communities along the southern coast. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected through the day. For Haiti and Dominican Republic, catastrophic flash flooding and landslide are expected across southwestern Haiti and south-southern portions of Dominican Republic through midweek, and Haiti extensive damage and isolation of communities is likely. Tropical storm conditions are expected later today and Wednesday. For eastern Cuba, there's interseason heavy rainfall. Heavy rainfall, flash flooding, and landslides are expected soon. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging winds are expected likely to begin later today. Complete all preparations now. And for southeastern and central Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Islands, hurricane conditions, life-threatening storm surge, and heavy rainfall are expected across portions of the southeastern and central Bahamas on Wednesday. Complete preparations by tonight and follow local official guidance. Tropical storm conditions, heavy rain, and significant storm surge are expected in the Turks and Caicos Islands on Wednesday. With a slight shift to the west, how bad are people north Maypen in the hills? Let me check. I'll check that. Give me a second. Let me switch back to Radar Omega. And if you want to download the app I'm using Radar Omega. And to use for that, like, you have to have the Gamma subscription, is about $5 a month, I think it is. No problem. North Maypen. In North Maypen in the hills. It's likely to get hurricane force wind. Doesn't look like the eye wall is going to get to you, so you sure could be good with that. So you won't get the strongest wind, but you definitely still will get major flooding, storm surge, and strong winds, just not as strong as the people in the path of the eye. So definitely hunker down and be in your safe place still. No problem. Let me eat the ramen I made. Morris Island is now inside of the eye. White House, H-Town, Cambridge, Crawford, Grand Valley, Long Hill, Health Hill, Bruce's Hill, Sandy Ground are all inside the eye of Hurricane Melissa now, where it's pretty calm. You guys will probably be in the eye for quite a while before it fully passes over because of how slow the storm is moving. There's a train over my house. It's very loud for a minute. Sorry guys. Here's back into the Treasure Beach camera in Jamaica. Where it's in the outer eye walls. That power line is somehow still standing. Has that made complete landfall? It's currently making landfall right now. Part of southwestern Jamaica is in the eye of the hurricane right now, in the eye wall, but the whole eye is not on land yet, so it's not officially complete landfall, but it's landfalling right now. It's actively making landfall. As you can see, not the whole eye, about almost half the eye is inland now, so it's almost completely in landfall. Welcome everyone. We're looking at Hurricane Melissa making landfall in Jamaica. About almost half the eye is in southwestern Jamaica now. Has 108 mile per hour. Sustained wind, 200 mile per hour, 220 mile per hour max wind gust. A 892 millibar low pressure system, which is tied for the second smallest low pressure system in the Atlantic ever. It's also the the third strongest hurricane ever. They just changed the cone because of this westward path that it's been taking. So we're going more west now. Or north northeast still they have it as, but they just did change the cone. It now includes Savannah Lamar, Besseltown, Inchoate, Montego Bay, Falmouth, Alberttown, Brownstown, Run Bay, some of the areas. Because this eye is shifting kind of more west. It's wobbling a lot west, so they did just shift the cone more west. This is Bryce Shelton, who is in Mandeville, Manchester, just outside of the eye wall now. Make sure you get there still, hunker down in your safe place. This is heading more of a north-north. It's kind of wobbling. It's going northeast, but it's wobbling west a little bit right now. Welcome everyone. 1 second. I'm gonna stream for the 20 minutes, guys. Anybody that's streaming, start with me so that I'm not able to stream for the next like 10 hours, covering it as it slowly moves across Jamaica. We start live for the next 20 minutes, but then I am going to end the stream. I may go live again later tonight if it's still not completely made landfall. Make sure you guys follow them. So you can see if I go live again later, I'm also, after the stream, will be posting a lot of updates. A lot of updates on the landfall and damage and everything like that. It's going to be a very catastrophic hurricane, sadly. Prayers to everybody in Jamaica. There's in Treasure Beach right now, Treasure Beach, Jamaica, on my camera. There's actually roofs flying off and trees flying. It just showed a house with no roof anymore. What time what? What are you asking? What time about what? Those are trees that fell over. Power poles somehow still up. Is in Treasure Beach, Jamaica. Oh, what time in Dominican Republic? It's starting today. Dominican Republic is going to get some impact. Main risk for Dominican Republic will be tropical storm force winds and heavy rain. 8 to 12 inches of rain expected in Dominican Republic. This is in Treasure Beach, Jamaica right now, guys. This is from JS Photography if you guys want to sub to them on YouTube. No problem. See multiple trees flying down. Power poles completely still fine. Some parts of a house right here. To the left, to the right, sorry. This is the closest stream, running stream we have towards the eye. If you can find any other cameras, What's that, guys? Okay. No pictures of the inside the eye yet currently, as of now, but it's moving more to the southwest states in Jamaica, covering some far southwest states in Jamaica. Yeah, they did move the cone more southwest, though. Same stats, 185 mile per hour. Wind speed sustained, 220 mile per hour wind gust, and moving north northeast at 9 miles per hour. It is wiggling a little bit west though, and it has a 892 millibar low pressure system as of now. Welcome everyone. No new NHC updates as of now. Still a very strong hurricane on satellite. A catastrophic hurricane. Still possibly could be intensifying a little bit before it makes complete landfall. Almost half of the northern part of the eye is making landfall in Jamaica now. More than half of Jamaica, of southern, southwest Jamaica, does have the eye in it now. Half the eye. Not completely on landfall, but it's actively making landfall right now. When it's doing for like 15 minutes, so at 2:40 EST time, I will be ending the stream. I am not able to sadly stream for the next 10 hours that it makes landfall. It's gonna be a very long landfall. Make sure you guys follow though. I might go live again later tonight if it's still making landfall. I'll also be posting many updates as it makes landfall. Welcome everyone. Yeah, I'm only gonna be streaming till around 2:40. And I have to sadly get off stream because I'm not able to stream the entire landfall because of just how long it's going to take to make complete landfall. I didn't think it would take this long, but it's moving so slowly. And I have stuff I have to do. After I'm done with some stuff I have to do, I may go live again if it's not making landfall later tonight in a little bit. Probably around 4, 5 p.m. About 4 or 5 hours, maybe less. Good, how's it going there, Jay? You still good in Port Antonio? It's okay. Any flooding? Not bad. That's good. That likely would change though, sadly. For the few eyes, because of just how slow it's moving, it's only about half the eye, almost half the eye, is over southwestern Jamaica, so it's still moving very, very slowly. Mr. J, did you say that you don't live in Jamaica, you just went and helped your friend evacuate? Hmm. Hmm. Or you don't? Where'd you come from to get to Jamaica? Where were you from? But welcome everyone. Again, this is about half of the eye of Hurricane Melissa is covering southwestern Jamaica almost. We're from Canada. We're gonna stream, guys, in about 10 minutes. So I'm not gonna be able to stream all day to do some stuff, and then I'm going to probably get back on streaming in a little bit, a couple hours. If it's still making landfall, if the eye is still on land, or it's still coming impact, I might go live again. But either way, I'll be posting updates videos on my page, on my TikTok and YouTube. If you guys want to tune into that. Well, so guys, thank you for all the gifts this stream and all the views and likes and everything. One second, guys. Welcome in. Hey guys, if you are still in Jamaica or in Cuba, make sure you are hunkered down. Sorry. Cuba is starting to get some of the outer bands already. And Jamaica still has about half the hurricane it goes through still. A little bit more than half. Keep probably shot in the stream. He did move a little bit. Seeing strong gusty wind and heavy rain over here in Manville, Winchester, Jamaica. Give me a minute, guys. Give me 1 second. How long till it makes full land for? I would say hour or two maybe. Because it's just moving so slowly. I didn't think it would take this long. I've been streaming for the past 3 hours. Treasure Beach. Camera looks calmer now. Let me look. A little bit calmer. Me. They might be out of the eye wall, that's probably why. It's because they're out of the eye wall now. The eye wall is northwest of them now. So they got out of the eye wall. The storm it just passed beside them. Now they're just getting the hurricane force winds. There's still strong winds. So the hurricane model are shown. I'm pretty moving slow. Sorry. Welcome in everyone. I'm completely on the island. about almost halfway through the southwest part of the island the eye is. Yeah, this is taking much longer than I thought. By this time I thought the eye would already be almost out, but I've been streaming for the past 3 hours, guys, and so I'm ending in like 5 minutes. So I can't stream all day, but I was expecting it to be out by now, almost out. But I started streaming right when it was right beside Jamaica. Like I thought I would stream too late because I just taken too long to get back home. But literally, it's been 3 hours and it's barely moved. This is all it's moved in the past 250 frames. Sorry. It's from 8 a.m. That's all it's moved. 8 a.m. It's only moved a little bit. Like it's only moved like it was like 40 miles away from the shore when I went live at 8 a.m. And now it's just now getting on the shore. Part of it is. So this hurricane it took 3 hours for a little bit of the eye to go on shore when it's 40 miles off. But it's moved like 50 miles in the past 4 hours, 3 hours. Which is just insanely slow. Which is also going to cause devastating flooding to Jamaica because of how slow it is. Sorry, my wrong guys, sorry. I'm going to assume you guys are in about 4 minutes, guys. It's about 12:40 EST time. 11:40 Central time. And I'm going to take a little break. I have to do some stuff. And then after, I may go live again in a few hours if it's still making landfall and causing impacts. I may go live again if the eye is still on land. I may go live in a couple hours after, and in like 3 minutes. It is partly in the country now. It's partly in the southwestern side of the country. No problem. I'm moving at 9 miles per hour right now. Welcome in. You're gonna stream in like 2 minutes, guys. I'm gonna get ready to end the stream. Here, I'm gonna send my Discord in chat because I'm about to join my Discord. If you can. And I can help you guys outside of stream. It's completely free. Here's my Discord link if you guys want to. Ask me any questions. I can help you guys outside of stream, but I have to end stream to do some stuff. But I may be back in a little bit if the eye is still touching the land, then I may go live again in a couple hours. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you guys join my Discord.